All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how only a certain type of woman is going to receive mercy in the day of the Lord, man. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read Proverbs 31, right? Now, before I even start reading this, I want to just make it clear that such a woman as I'm going to read in these scriptures does not exist yet on this earth. No man's ever met a woman like this. They might have seen a woman that comes close. They might have seen a woman that desires to be this kind of woman, but she does not exist, because these are the kind of women that are going to be in the kingdom, right? Now, in the times past, there was women that was somewhat more righteous than women now. Sarah, for example. But then did she have complete faith? No. Because when the angel told her that she was going to have a child when she was in her 90s, did she believe? No, she laughed. Right now, granted, Abraham laughed, but he believed it though. Right now, let me go to this. Proverbs chapter 31. And it's not even verse 10 down. Oh, so lucky it is verse 31. I didn't even go to verse 31. Chapter 31. Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Now, the scriptures say that Yahweh is going to make a man more precious than fine gold, right? But a virtuous woman, her price is above rubies. But are there going to be any women like that in that time? Unlikely. But the kind of woman that's going to receive mercy in that day by Yahweh sending a man of the Lord her way is going to be the kind of woman that desires to have her price far above rubies. She desires to be righteous within her inward parts, man. It's not just going to be no hoe that's been getting farted out all in the time now. Been to Miami, been to Monaco, been to Dubai 7 times 7, 70 times 7, even 70,000 times 7. Been all up in Dubai, knows how to open every single sports car that exists. You know what I mean? One of them ones. She knows all the fanciest hotels. You go out with her somewhere. Bare people know her name. Bare man just know her name. You're right, Olivia. What you saying? Yeah, you good, yeah? You're right, Jessica. What are you saying? I ain't seen you for time. Everyone just knows her name. Ugh, that's gross. So her eyes are fluttering at this direction at a man. Her eyes are fluttering at that direction of a man. You think them kind of women that have been like that in this time of the world are going to be able to get mercy in the day of the Lord? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. I very much doubt that that's going to happen, man. But then the mercy of Yahweh is great. Could there be some women that are gonna be like that? That's of the elected nation of Israel. I never made the elect, so that's not for my decision to make. But do I think that a woman like that is gonna get salvation? No, I don't. But then, if I get salvation, would some people think that a man like me is gonna get salvation? I doubt it. So it's ultimately not up to us anyway. It's up to Yahweh. But certain people, man, are gonna get heavily judged, man. Heavily. They're gonna get heavily judged. Like, it's going to be a heavy judgment that certain people are going to receive, man. And a lot of you women are not going to get no kind of mercy in that time, and you're going to be looking stupid out there. Absolutely stupid. Because you want to have a rigged game where you say one thing now about equality and all of these things, but in the moment you got the chance to prove it. For example, okay, you want equality? Okay, you can get drafted to fight in World War III as well as everyone else. Oh, well, I think women should be drafted if they want to. Dummy. That's not how a draft works. The way how a draft works is you go in whether you want it or not. I think women should have a choice to get drafted, but I definitely think that there's a pay gap, a gender pay gap, even though the career that I chose doesn't make as much salary a year as a career that a man chose, and this is based on averages. But I think there's a pay gap. But then when you and a man work on the exact same job, is there a pay gap? No. No, they ain't. But then women don't care about an advantage that helps them. Oh, I shouldn't have to pay to go to this singles event. Okay, should the man have to pay to go into the nightclub? Yeah, because he's a man. Or I don't think I should have to. I don't think I should have to pay on a first date. Okay, well, don't try and say where you think you should have to go on the first date. Then why are you trying to pick somewhere expensive on the first date for that men want men to take you on it? Or you don't think you should have to pay for the first date but you also want to be able to select where the first date takes place and want to be able to try and tell the man that he better have enough to buy all the foods that you've always wanted to try and have been to this restaurant before because you you think you're slick. A lot of these restaurants that y'all get taken to, you already been there before with your female friends. And why didn't you buy that expensive ass meal when you was in there with your female friend, man? Why didn't you buy that same meal when it was going to be coming out of your pocket? But now a guy's taking you on that date, and now all of a sudden you want to get real exotic, real adventurous with all the things you want to try. Oh, I've never tried I've never tried this before. Ooh, I've never tried it. Let's get some starters. Let's get some starters. You'll try everything on the menu now. Got a real appetite, even taking a damn aperitif to get things popping, man. Made sure that you went on an intermittent fasting before this date. And before, Salakia, 1 second. Where was I, man? Yeah, like they be getting real slick, trying to play games, wanting a rigged game, trying to tell men how they should or should not approach them here or approach them there. Only approach me if you're not ugly, right? And then some of the time when these women were talking, saying that stuff, you'll be looking at them and you're thinking, hang on, why are you talking? Minus the hair, you look like me. So why are you talking for? And you're thinking, that woman looks like me, bruv. Minus the hair that she got on her head. And a woman ain't supposed to look like me. You know what I mean? No woman's supposed to look like what a man looks like in the face. You understand? Let me carry on, man. Verse 11, the heart of her husband of safely trusting her so that he shall have no need of spoil. You think the average man in this world trusts the average woman in this world, man? You really think so? With how grimy these women have shown themselves to be in this world. Just remember what was happening where Kamala Harris was going to potentially become president, man. And we was talking about, we ain't going to give you none unless you vote for Kamala and all this. There was being demons, man. And when this demon Mr. 47 won, they were spazzing out. Now, granted, it doesn't matter which person wins anyway. We know that. But had he have won, this is the thing that's mad, that had she have won, right? A lot of the things that she would have did, which she would have did the same things as what he's doing, but people that are agreeing with him doing it would have been against her doing the same things. But now that he's doing it, like, oh, this is what's best for America. And it just shows that these people are full of shit. And women in Esau have got exactly the same personality, exactly the same traits, exactly the same wickednesses within a man. Because women just copy whoever's in charge. And when we're in charge as men, the women are going to naturally try and start copying what we do, which the Israelite woman is going to be on point anyway. But I'm on about all the other women. They're going to naturally try and start copying how we do things, and then trying to see the world through our eye lens. Because they're not deep. And that's why a lot of you women get success in this world. You get given the certain careers that you want. You get given an easy path where you can sit at a computer and answer phones, and you might get a decent enough salary. You might get given certain male positions that men could have did. Right? You get an easy flow and push through life. You get promoted here and there. It's because you're not a threat to nothing, man. But in your mind, you think that the reason why you're doing this is because life ain't really difficult. The men that say that life's difficult, they're just complaining about life because they're bums. They're lazy. So you think in your mind that life's really easy because people give you a job here and there. They give you this and they give you that, right? People help you out in life when you're struggling with things. The world kind of maneuvers around the feminine energy. So you really believed that this is what it was. But that was all the teats that you're going to be lamenting for when all hell breaks loose in this world, man. And all them things that used to get them unfair advantages are going to be stripped away. And the world's going to be put in a way that men, in a realm that men understand and men know. The world's going to be placed in a realm that men understand and know, man. Violence, survival of the fittest, faith, which is a realm that women don't understand. Women don't understand nothing to do with faith. They're always talking about manifesting this and manifesting that. But they ain't manifesting nothing. They're actively doing the wickedness that they need to do, or whatever deeds they need to do to get that thing, man. They ain't manifesting nothing. Because if you women can manifest, I want one of you Israelite women out there to manifest yourself some hair when you're bald, then Manifest it into your scalp right now. Let's see y'all do that. I'll wait, man. So that he have no need of spoil. She would do him good and evil not and good not evil all the days of her life. What man can say that a woman did that to him? What man can say that a woman did him good and not evil all the days of her life? What man can say that? Now there might be women that would want to do that, and these are going to be some of the women that are going to receive mercy in that day. But right now, as it stands right now, no. Women are not like this, man. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands, but women will say in this world, I don't want to work. I want a man. I don't want to do no 50-50. I don't want to do this. I want to do that. Most of the women will say that they don't want to do anything. And when they actually talk about the man that they want to get, that's got money, right? They want him. And I'm not even on about women that don't say this. I personally believe that they secretly desire this inside their mind. Anyway, whether they do it or don't, whether they say it or not, I think they secretly desire this in their mind. That they want a man to just go out, make all the money that he can in the world, and she just lives the most smooth life ever, especially the Israelite woman. And the reason why she'd think that is because in the spirit, she's going to receive that one day, right? She ain't gonna have to worry about cooking. The Israelite woman ain't gonna. She ain't gonna have to worry about cleaning. Her life's gonna be so smooth and soft. She ain't gonna even put her foot on the ground for delicateness and tenderness like she used to, right? She ain't gonna be no. First of all, you got me messed up. You got me messed up. Who you talking to? Smacking her hands, about, mate, do you think they're going to be like that in the kingdom? That's for now as a punishment for us. And then it's not even only the Israelite woman that's like that, because you have all these women doing that stupid, I don't even know what the hell they call it, man. When they bang their thumb and they point a finger together. Period. This is so dumb, bro. Rubbing it together and all that, like they're playing a small violin in there with their fingers and their thumb. I don't even know what the hell they call that, but they love doing it, man. All that stuff's going to be evaporated. Verse 14, she's like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar, but they'll be talking about, send me a cash app now in this society so I can buy lunch. They'll be talking about, take me to this day, tempt me to that day. They ain't going to make you no food. And I'm not about most. I'm not about some women will make you food, man, and they like it doing it too. Some women will. But I'm talking about the average woman. Like, we all know as Hebrew Israelites, man, that a lot of women are going to get judged. So when you hear these things be said, don't fall out the sky. And understand that most women are going to get jacked up. Most men are going to get jacked up too. But it's okay to talk about the women getting jacked up too sometimes, man, because why should they be exempt? Why should they? Just like how, why should we be exempt? But we get talked about in the world and through the scriptures. But women don't like being talked about in the world, and really on a mainstream thing get talked about in the world. Neither do they get talked about in the script. Neither do they really get talked about really that much through the scriptures, because most churches and stuff like that don't want to bring out things like this. They want to lie and try and make out that women are doing all good. And some of the ones that do talk about it now are only brave to talk about this stuff now because the Hebrew Israelites made it popular to mention that these things are written in the Bible. Verse 15, she riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth her meat to her husband, and her portion to her maidens. Now if they rise up in the night, it's to go to the nightclub, man. They'll be rising up in the night to go to the nightclub and twerk it off. Spin it round, and pull out a pocket fan from in their purse, man. You know what I mean? She considereth her field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand, she planteth a vineyard. But what women will do in this world now, you'll be thinking, how can I get some child support money and some flipping, what's it called, man? Spousal support. How can I make sure that I don't sign no prenup with this guy? How can I rinse him for all he's worth? How can I get 3 or 4 different baby daddies so that I can make sure that I get. This is what some women are doing in this world, man. You think women like that are gonna get mercy in the day of the Lord? No, they're not. Absolutely not, man. Now, there be some women that are a single mom with by multiple men that's gonna receive mercy from Yahweh because she starts to realize what she did is wrong? Yes, they could. But is that gonna be the majority of the kind of women that are gonna receive mercy? I doubt it. I very much doubt it, man. And the reason why I have to be honest like that is because among the men that are going to be receiving salvation, what have we did potentially if we're of the elect, man? What have we did in our lifetime? So just like how we're going to receive mercy, even though we don't deserve it, there's going to be several women that are going to also receive mercy, even though they don't deserve it too. But the difference is going to be with both sides is that the things that people used to do that to make them not receive the mercy, to make them not be worthy of receiving the mercy, as the day of the Lord comes closer and closer, they're going to stop doing them. That's the difference. You can't just, as soon as all hell breaks loose, try and want to get feminine now. And that's what you were seeing with a lot of these women. Now that they're starting to realize that their amount of money is not enough to handle the world. Now I don't want to talk about some 50-50. Now I don't want to talk about the need of they want a man and all this stuff. But when you hear what they want the man for, it's just to pay for everything. And then you're thinking, okay, what does he get for that? Oh, me, innit? Whatever he wants. Okay. And what's that? To sleep with you once a week, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Why couldn't he just stay in his house and you come over once a week for him to do that? What a difference? Why couldn't he just do that? And you live in your house and he lives in his? For you to cook for him, okay. Maybe he don't even might not, maybe can you even cook? Maybe he don't even like you cooking. So what about that? What about that, man? Verse 17, she girdeth her loins with strength and strengthen her arms. That means you'd have to be physically fit. Most of you Israelite women are fat, man. I'm just singing it real out here. Most of y'all are fat. Big as hell, man. Either light heavyweight, if by boxing standards, light heavyweight through to the heavyweight division, man. That's like 12 stone up to flipping 14 plus, 14 and a half plus stone, man. That's what most of y'all are like. Kevin Samuels proved that. The average Israelite woman's fat, man. It's very rare to just see a group of 10 Israelite women or a group of 5 Israelite women, and they're like 120 to 150 pounds. That's very rare to see. Very rare. They'll be fat as hell and they'll think that they're thick. Or they'll think that because they've gained a bit of a bum by being a fat demon, that's all right as long as their ass is fat. But so is everything else. Okay, you've got a fat ass, but you've got fat arms too, and you've got a fat neck. You got fat calves, fat quads and hamstrings, and a fat slut gut to go with it, man. And a stupid bonnet on that big head of yours, man. And it don't look good, by the way. It don't look good. It really don't look good, man. Verse 18. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. Can you say that about the average woman in this world? No, you can't, man. They're big calling a man broke. And they like to call other women broke as well. Or they like to stunt on other women because she didn't have a cosmetic surgery procedure. Or she thinks she's something special because she's got a designer handbag. But what did you do to get that designer handbag though? Or he bought it because you're his friend, did he? Okay. Keep telling yourself that, man. People don't do what that man did to you, to their friends. You get me? What that man did to you in that dark room. People don't do that to their friends. You understand? You understand me? So stop fooling yourself, man. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come. Now, a lot of you women ain't going to be rejoicing in the time to come, man. You're going to be getting, man, when I really think about it, I think, man, y'all are gonna really have a bad time out here, a lot of y'all. Y'all are really gonna have a extremely bad time, man. It's gonna really go bad for you. Because you're not ready. Like, the men are not even ready for what's coming. Like, just imagine if the land that you're living in now is going through what Iran's going through. You think you'd be talking all that shit that you're talking now? Complaining that men ain't this and men ain't make showing up to the singles event. The day is gonna come where you ain't gonna be worried about no singles event. You're gonna be worried about whether your arms are gonna be getting blown off. You're gonna be worried about whether you're gonna eat today. The complaints that you see a lot of people make in this world right now, they come from living in a land of luxury. That's what these complaints are. Rich people problems, man. Even in the poverty, you're rich. But when it really goes down, a lot of y'all are gonna catch a bad time, man. And you still don't get it, you still don't understand. And you've heard the warnings, so there's gonna be no excuse. And some of you have heard the warnings, you remember these people's faces that gave you the warning, you've seen them, and you're gonna probably see them in that day. And some of y'all are gonna have such a arrogance that you're gonna think you can deceive these people, and they're gonna be like, man, I know exactly who you are. And they're gonna start telling you in the spirit, they're gonna start telling you what you've lived like, man. Like how Yahweh Shai told that woman, that man that you're with now is not your husband, and you had 5 husbands before that. These men are gonna tell you, they might tell you about some dirty deeds that you did in one of these holidays that you went on, man. Verse 30, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but women that feareth Yahweh shall be praised. And how many of you women can say that you fear Yahweh? How many of you can say that, man? Where you at? Because the way how women talk about men in this world, men don't ever talk about Yahweh like that. Men don't really ever. The only men that talk about Yahweh like that are Esau, but the Israelite man, he don't talk about Yahweh like that. Not really. Not, I ain't really seen any that talk as disrespectful as you women talk. The way our women talk, if men was to say the kind of things that you women say for our version, we'd be like, man, Yahweh better have a comfortable seat for me on the chariots. And I want some grapes when I get up there, bare minimum. And that'll be the bare minimum. You think we'd talk like that? I said it just then to show you, man, how proud you're being. Y'all have moved proud, man. And when it really goes down, what's your pride gonna be worth? Because what's a woman really worth in a time of war? What are they worth, man? In a time of survival, what's a woman worth? Women are a high thing, are of high value during times of fun. You want to have a party, you want the party to be cool. Okay, have some women around. That will make any party more fun, right? But you want to survive something. You want to survive a dark time. There's some people banging on the door, ready for a battle. Adding women to that doesn't help things at all. It makes it worse, man. They're gonna be screaming, crying. You'll be trying to defend yourself. You might try and throw a punch. They're grabbing your arm. No! You're trying to defend yourself. They're grabbing your t-shirt, trying to pull you away from the fight, making you lose your balance, and then you end up getting chinned and leveled. They ain't help. They ain't no help. They don't just naturally know what to do in an environment like that. A man would have to tell the woman, you see, if you see me getting into anything with somebody, do not get involved. In fact, I'd rather you run away than even get involved. Don't grab me. Don't try and grab my arms. Allow me to defend myself. Don't get involved. You'd have to tell them that. They ain't just gonna naturally know. Whereas a man will be like, man, okay, let's get active then. Okay, you're trying to rush him? All right, I'm jumping in. I'm helping my boy and that, man. You ain't doing that. Then we'll just jump in. Men will jump in to stop a man that they know from getting more violent than he needs to. And not even need to touch him, really. Just say something, nah, this ain't the one for that. And that's it. But women, they ain't got it like that, man. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, man. But they always try and go on like they got it together. We're going to see. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. And when people used to say that the women are going to have to go to the draft. There used to be women running their mouth scoffing. But them same women now are going to be sent them letters through the post, man, or however the hell it goes. April 20th, man. We're going to have a poster with a finger pointer saying, we need you. We need you, baby. You, yeah? We need all the help we can get. And I want you. And the finger's going to be pointing at you, man. And you're going to be laughing. And you're going to say something then. Are you going to be able to blame Pookie and Ray Ray then? Pookie and Ray Ray don't want women to go to war. You know what I mean? Pookie and Ray Ray ain't trying to get women to go into war. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't making tweets that are just changing the price of oil randomly here and there. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't doing that. Black fatigue ain't got nothing to do with any of the problems that you people are experiencing with your finances. All the black fatigue that y'all have got, that ain't got nothing to do with why you can't afford, why you might lose your house because that mortgage, you can't pay it no more. Black fatigue ain't got nothing to do with that. How tired you claim to be from black people, from one black person that you've seen in a YouTube video committing a crime. Oh man, it's always the same. It's always the same people committing all these crimes when the YouTube channel that you watched the video on proves that that's not true. But you're such a demon that you try and ignore all the videos that you see with faces that look like your color skin and just only focus on the videos that look like the opposite or of any other race. Oh, it's always the same people committing all these crimes. The fatigue is real. Noticing pattern recognition is not racist. And then when it comes to them Epstein files, cricket mode out here. Y'all ain't got nothing to say and don't want to attribute that to race. Oh, that's the elites, right? Oh, that's just the elites, huh? But the black people that you see committing crimes, they ain't just the black criminals, the black gang members. That's every black person, innit? And this is why y'all are going to get it, man. This is part of the reason why the judgment's coming for you. There's a whole bunch of judgment coming to the whole world. And you people that think it's funny and you hear this message and you think it's funny now, you're not going to think it's funny when it happens. You're not going to think it's funny when this same war that's going on in the Middle East trickles outwards and starts branching into other continents, man. You're not going to think it's funny when it trickles into your land. Verse 10, many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come, and you careless men are going to get it as well, man. It's going to spread everywhere. And just when you think it can't get no worse, Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, he's going to show himself, man, and prove he exists. And when that happens, you're going to remember all the things that you heard Hebrew Israelites say, trying to pretend like you never saw the videos, yeah? Trying to be in the church, right? Scoff. But then when you see the so-called black people in your church, you don't want to tell them, oh, I've heard that your people might be Israelites, you know? You don't want, oh, why ain't you told them that? Because you're a demon. And you want to try and have a society where you're higher than them. You couldn't possibly hope for them to be better than you. So you lied to them, right? Or trying to tell them it don't matter. I don't see color. I don't see color. But if we open up your wardrobe, there's bare colors in there, man. And you've got a favorite color. When you type in your black fatigue comments, you see color then, innit? It's funny how all these seeing pattern recognition is not racist. Funny how all of y'all can see color now. How can you have black fatigue when you don't see color? Isn't that interesting? The same people, the same race that said they don't see color or color don't matter when it comes to the image of the Lord, right? Now all of a sudden has black fatigue. Shouldn't it just be wickedness fatigue then? Why you got to put a color on it? Because you're demons, that's why. And Yahweh is going to judge all of you devils, man. Every single one of y'all. Verse 11, tremble you women that are at ease. Be troubled you careless one. Strip you and make you bare. And God sackcloth upon your loins. They shall be meant for the teats, for the present fields, for the fruit of vine. And that always gets read, man. Verse 8, but the liberal divides the liberal things. And by liberal things, in fact, let me go verse 6. The vile person will speak villainy. In fact, no, verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. And that's what's happening to Esau, man. People are starting to be like, man, this guy's a demon. He ain't righteous. He ain't no man of righteousness. He's an evil spirit in the earth, sent to remove peace. And every time he opens his damn mouth, the earth gets worse, man. That's what people are starting to realize. Every time this man speaks, right, something gets worse on earth and only gets better for a few of them. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and people are mourning and crying. People don't enjoy living on this earth right now. It's not enjoyable, right? It's whether you have or haven't got money, this earth ain't enjoyable. Because the people with money are complaining too. The millionaires and up, they're complaining. Everyone's got a grievance and a complaint. If there was a complaintment box for this rulership of this earth, man, it'll be full. It'll be full to the brim.